Hey, good morning everybody and welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is amazing. I truly hope it is. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with my Green Anaconda Ivy. Her behavior, the way everything, like I mentioned, we're gonna actually be feeding her in the day or so, but she is just cruising. I mean, she's looking for food, it's amazing. But today I'm not gonna feed a giant anaconda, I'm gonna feed my other anaconda, my little tiny anaconda named Verdi. And here's my girl Verdi. I tell you, anacondas are such an unusual animal, like nothing I've ever done before. So I'm just gonna go ahead, give her a little shot, see if she's interested in eating. She sure looks like she's interested. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. There she is. She took that right away. Look at that. It's so incredible. And like I mentioned, I've been working with snakes since I was a kid. And after working with Ivy and of course Verdi, my little anaconda here, it is really truly amazing. They are different than any other snakes. I mean, we say that like retics are a little bit different. Every snake is a little bit different. There's no doubt about it. But there is something wild about anacondas. The actions, the way they think. Ivy is blowing me away. Like I mentioned, I'm obsessed with her actions and her behavior. It's like nothing I've ever seen. The curiosity she has just shows a level of intelligence. And of course Verdi is doing well. Anyone that remembers Verdi remembers that when she was a baby she wouldn't eat at all. Then she would only eat live chicks for a long time. Then ultimately she started eating rats. Now of course she is pounding food like this. And of course we can't wait till she gets as big as Ivy, and maybe they can cohabitate that, or maybe we'll do another one. And I have been thinking about maybe picking up a male and giving a go at breeding green anacondas as well, because I think it would be really cool in that enclosure having a male and a female like Ivy and see if they would breed. And I would just imagine that naturalistic enclosure that they have all those options, that breeding would be pretty successful. Regardless, I'm going to let Verdi eat here. And I tell you what, anacondas, they're the pinnacle. I mean, they're such an amazing snake. Verdi is all finished up. She looks so absolutely incredible. And the thing is, anacondas when they're smaller do typically grow pretty slow. Once they hit about 5-6 foot, that's when they start to really explode. We've seen it with Ivy. She went from literally 40 pounds to 75 pounds in just a matter of like 4 or 5 months. So Verdi is still a little girl, even though she's about 1.5 years old. Eventually here in the next year or so, you're gonna start to see her explode. Then she'll obviously get larger habitats, more water features, because that's one thing. Seeing how Ivy has acted with this water feature, definitely cannot wait to get Verdi into an enclosure that we can have a big water feature for her to cruise around into. So, but she's doing amazing. Again, like I mentioned before, that we were really kind of wrapping up the breeding season. You can see this is a banana extreme gene het ghost that's bred to just a big het ghost female right here. We actually put 35 males in yesterday. That's the last of the breeding. And out of the 35 males, if I had a hookup, I would say probably about 15 of those would be done for the year. So it looks like we'll be breeding 20 to 25 animals after today. But out of the 35 males, just like this guy right here, 31 of them were breeding today. So that's pretty cool. So we're definitely wrapping up the breeding season. It's super. I'm going to go ahead and shut these guys, let them be for the day, let them do their business, you know what I mean? But it's pretty exciting to get to that point. Like I said, 10 or 15 of these females are done now that they've been bred. And then we just have, you know, that last 20-25 females that might be breeding for the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then they're going to be shelved. But again, we've been getting some clutches of ball pythons, but the fact is that we'll be getting a ton of clutches in about 3 weeks. And obviously another big snake like an anaconda, but of course a reticulated python is my girl Lucy. I knew she was going to shed out, again, just like Ivy shed the other day, but Lucy is definitely not as tidy when it comes to sheds. Although, honestly, her cage looks pretty good. Normally she just blows it up like crazy. She said most of it right in here, right in the water dish right here. So all I have to do is, she's got a little bit of shed on her like as always, so I'll pull her out, interact with her a little bit. Hopefully she's in a good mood. Get her in some soap, clean this entire cage up, and then get her back in the enclosure. But she's always an amazing animal. Let's see what kind of a mood she's in today. So far she's acting like she's pretty good. Good girl. Oh yeah, she seems like she's in a pretty good mood. And you can almost tell as soon as you touch her what kind of a mood she's in, because she'll like kind of spike up if she is in a bad mood, and she'll like S up and she'll be like, leave me alone, Dad. So she's pretty good right now. Again, I'm always going to be careful because you never know what's going to happen. Like right now, for instance. Okay, good. Whew. Just for that 1 second, she started to look like, uh-oh. Like I said, she's got 90% of her shed off now. Oh, she's a big snake. There you go, baby. There you go. It's hard to explain just the power that a snake like this has. I mean, she is a big snake, and she's just all muscle. There you go, baby. Come on. Come on. And you can see she just has that little bit of stuck shed on her. Nothing major at all. But she loves to soak anyway, so we'll go ahead and give her a nice soak. Trying to work with this girl is not easy. Again, it's a 20-foot, 2-inch piece of muscle. Okay, there you go, baby. Like I said, she loves water, so I'd be pretty surprised if she gave me a hard time getting into the water. Here you go, baby. Let's go. Come on. Come on. I know you like the water. And there she goes. She's gonna, well, maybe not. I love this snake so much, though. People ask me all the time what my favorite snake is, and I can never really answer it 100%, but there's no doubt that Lucy is right up there because she's so fun, right? You never know what you're gonna get. She's spicy, right? Like one day she's your friend, one day she wants to try to bite you. Just never know, but she is a fun snake, and I love her to death. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get her in here, then we'll clean her cage up. She'll love that little soap, and then we'll get her back in. Gotta catch my breath. And although it's a lot of work, you know, keeping not only Lucy, but all these animals clean, the truth is that I do count my blessings every day. I'd rather be doing this than anything else in the entire world. Not to mention, it keeps my mind going. We're pretty busy, weirdly enough, between cleaning and feeding and doing all the maintenance and virtual tours and all the other stuff. So, and a lot of that is because of you guys keeping us busy, so we do appreciate it. So you may think like, wow, that's a lot of work, but the truth is, this is what I would do if it was my hobby. This is what I want to do on my days off. So I love this stuff.
So, okay, so we have a squirrel infestation problem in our dumpster, okay, and it's not even our fault, it's our stupid neighbor's fault because they won't empty the trash back there. So I already know this. Beth's been attacked about 2-3 times.
That's true. That's totally true.
And when I say attack, I literally mean it was on her. And like, ah! Okay, that was the squirrel.
Wait, on the Beth?
Yeah,
no way. It went on you?
Yeah. A chipmunk jumped on me and tried to get in my coat.
Yeah.
And there's the big fat gray squirrel that when I went to take trash out, I opened up the dumpster and it literally flew out.
So there was a side door on the dumpster and it just so happened to be open. I'm walking, have my stuff. Okay, I'm walking, I'm just thinking about life, how beautiful it is outside, right? I hear a little rumbling and my first instinct was, squirrel! So I start running, right? I'm running as fast as I can. I'm looking behind my shoulder because I suspect to see something, right? And out the corner of my eye, I see a squirrel jump out of the dumpster. And it just lands and it runs away. But if I would have been like, oh, what's the rumbling? It would have jumped out on me.
Dude, no way. Well, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're alive.
I know, it was scary.
It's hard in them streets, huh?
It was hard.
You guys know that we're deep in the breeding season when it comes to colubrids. Of course, it's just a hypo motley corn snake. Come on, little buddy, you stay inside right there. And of course, that means that we have to feed pretty heavily. This is a black corn snake or an aneuphoristic corn snake. And basically what that means is that we increase the food amount to the females as much as possible because they need a lot of calories. I've said this before when you're breeding snakes, calories in, production out, right? This is just a beautiful, oh man, it's really beautiful. This is actually just a hypo corn snake, but it has some really interesting colors. So Lori is feeding the heck out of stuff, just trying to make sure that everything is in good shape. And that's kind of what this time of year is. Again, just an Okatee corn. So these girls look nice and plump, but we have to keep putting food to them. So we'll literally feed like an adult corn or an adult cow king, typically 2 mice twice a week. So they're getting like 4 mice a week, where in the off season, they might get 2 mice, sometimes even 1 mouse. So we're increasing the food at least 200%, sometimes as much as 400%. That gets them fat, that gets them to produce follicles and ultimately produce eggs. So Lori has to feed a lot of snakes today. It's been a while since I've actually updated you guys on our blue-tongued skinks down here. Of course, the breeding season was over. We've got some gravid females. Now, typically we have babies like the middle to end of May. So maybe a month, month and a half. Girls like this are starting to swell up pretty good, and hopefully we'll get some really beautiful babies. This is actually a blaze animal. It's a little faded right now, but when it was a baby, it was unbelievable. And we hung on to a few really special animals from last year. I can't wait to show you guys. Just take a look at this one right here. This is actually a coffee animal, which is a polygenic animal that is just, I tell you what, that thing is ridiculous. And then this one was actually a coffee female bred to a red male. And I tell you what, the color on that thing in the sides is ridiculous. I love these animals. And that's the thing that's nice about blue-tongued skinks, is as they get older, they just get better and better. This is a baby, was really cool, but now as a yearling, it's ridiculous. And then this honestly is just a nice little orange baby that we have. We have an orange line that we've been working on. It's not like fluorescent or anything like that, but it definitely is nice. I mean, I love the flaming in the sides and stuff like that. And blue-tongued skinks are just such beautiful animals. I can't wait till we have babies. And like I said, hopefully just about 4 to 6 weeks away. Just finishing up feeding?
No.
No? Did it go okay? Stuff's feeding real well and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
Is anything going off of food yet for gravid or
Not
no?
yet.
Okay, good. So basically what will happen is that when females get to a certain size of like full of eggs, they just stop eating. So thankfully everything is still eating, which is a good sign.
Exactly, just power
know,
feeding them up so they've got all that body fat.
I'm
to produce the
excited,
eggs.
I'm excited that you're taking over this. And Lori's been working her butt off, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I would take her out to dinner, but I can't. We're not allowed to, so I'm just telling you that it's the
You can make dinner.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
I make dinner every night.
I'll think about what
I've been
I want
making
you to
dinner
make.
every night, right?
Not every night.
Okay,
Some nights.
3 out of the last 4 nights.
Some nights.
3 out of the
Some
last
nights.
4. Give me credit.
Picking up carry-out doesn't really constitute.
Oh yeah, that's
making
right.
dinner.
That was the one. That was the 1 out of 3. The other 3 I cooked.
Whatever.
Okay, I'll cook tonight. All right, time for Lucy to go back again. She got all of the shed off now, so she looks absolutely amazing. You're a good girl. There you go. Whoa, don't buck me, little girl. She's always, whoa! That was a little bit weird. Didn't expect that one. Thankfully, her mouth was not open because she shot up and hit me pretty hard right there. So she got into a little bit of a weird mood, but that's okay. She's all right now. So I'll just let her kind of crawl around for a second, dry her off a little bit, and then get her back in her cage. You're okay, sweetheart. And I'll bet you dollars to donuts that she's going to go up in the tree as soon as I get her back in her cage. Come on, sweetheart. It's a big snake. Where you go? She sees it. She's like, my cage. Here you go, baby. Right in there. There you go, sweetheart. Again, we'll see what happens, but she's a pretty predictable girl. Normally, she'll go right up into her tree and hang out there for half the day. There you go, sweetheart. And there she goes. That's definitely retic OCD right there. In these times of social distancing, who needs a gym? Just get yourself a 20-foot snake and you're all set. There it is, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, and if you haven't got enough of me, you can actually roll through a playlist of stuff right here, or you can actually subscribe to my podcast channel, checking in right up here. You guys will have tons of content. You'll probably get sick of me pretty quick, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. You could also subscribe to this vlog channel right there if you don't mind. I really do appreciate it. Have an absolutely wonderful day. Remember, we're going to get through that, and especially be kind to people right now. I promise. I will see you tomorrow.